Look at your body right now. Not what you've built, what you started with. That shape was your endocrine system writing its signature on your frame before you made a single decision about your health. And most men spend their entire lives fighting the signature instead of reading it. 5 body types. 5 completely different hormonal realities. Each one carries a biological advantage nobody explained to you, and a vulnerability you may be accidentally making worse every day. I'm not starting with the one everyone thinks is optimal. I'm starting with the one the fitness world has completely misread for 30 years. Category 1. The cortisol frame. You eat but don't gain. You train but don't grow. Every coach told you to eat more. What nobody told you is that your hormonal environment is neutralizing every calorie before it can do anything. Think about your last period of sustained pressure. Work, money, relentless stress. Did your body actively resist weight gain throughout it? That was not your metabolism. That was cortisol suppressing your anabolic signal at the source. The ectomorphic frame carries chronically elevated HPA axis activity. Higher baseline cortisol suppresses pituitary LH, directly reducing testicular testosterone production. SHBG is also elevated in this profile, binding free testosterone and rendering it biologically inactive. High cortisol, high SHBG, testosterone present on paper and missing at the cell. You don't have a calorie problem. You have a hormonal environment that processes calories in an anabolic dead zone. Eating more cannot fix a suppressed hormonal environment. The fix is HPA regulation, not more food, not more volume. Sleep is the most powerful single lever. Clinical studies document ashwagandha reducing baseline cortisol by 27%. And counterintuitively, reducing training volume often produces better results in this frame because excess volume adds cortisol to a system already running too hot. That is the cortisol frame. Lean by hormonal default, not by discipline. Misdiagnosed as a nutrition problem for decades. Move slightly up the composition scale and the cortisol story disappears. And what replaces it is the most efficient hormonal engine the male body produces. Category 2. The androgen optimizer. Lean but not fragile. Definition without excessive mass. Strength that surprises people who look at you. You've probably assumed that's just how you train. It isn't. It's your androgen receptor density. At low body fat with maintained muscle mass, the testosterone to cortisol ratio hits its optimal point. The cortisol suppression of Category 1 is absent. The aromatase conversion of Category 4 hasn't activated. You are sitting in the narrow hormonal window where free testosterone is at its highest relative concentration. The International Journal of Sports Medicine documented it directly. Lean muscular men show the highest androgen receptor density per unit of muscle tissue of any body type. Every testosterone molecule produces a superior anabolic effect because your cells have more receptors open to receive it. You are not just running on normal testosterone. You are running on testosterone that hits harder. The threat to this profile is specific. Even moderate fat accumulation increases aromatase activity and begins converting free testosterone to estradiol. Every percentage point of body fat gained above your current baseline is progressively eroding the advantage that defines this frame. That is the androgen optimizer, the most hormonally efficient frame the male body produces. What happens when you add mass while maintaining that hormonal profile? That is the sweet spot. Category 3. The sweet spot. You gain muscle when you train. You lose fat when you cut. Your body responds to what you ask of it, consistently, across years. Everyone around you has used the word genetics. They are right. But not for the reason they mean. The mesomorph carries 3 hormonal advantages simultaneously. And this is what no other category can replicate. Testosterone in the upper quartile. Aromatase controlled by optimal body composition. And myostatin, the protein that actively breaks muscle growth, regulated downward in this profile at higher rates than any other body type. Myostatin is not a training variable. It is a protein your body produces to limit how much muscle you can build. In the mesomorphic hormonal profile, its expression is suppressed. This is why the mesomorph grows when others plateau. the biological brake is running lighter. Understand this clearly. The work is not what produces the result. The hormonal biology beneath the work makes the work effective. Two men performing identical training with identical nutrition produce different results, not because one works harder, but because the hormonal environment converts the same input into a different biological output. The mesomorph does not train better. The biology delivers more from the same effort. The only threat is fat accumulation past the optimal range. Extra body fat activates aromatase, shifting the profile toward category 4 and dismantling the 3 stacked advantages one by one. The sweet spot is a hormonal address that requires maintenance, not a permanent state. Category 4, the aromatase machine. Muscle comes easily. Fat does too. Strength is real, but the results never quite match the effort. Something between the training and the outcome keeps getting lost. It lives inside your fat cells. Have you ever had your estradiol tested alongside your testosterone? Not just total T, your estradiol. Because if you haven't, you may be missing the most important number in your entire hormonal profile. Fat tissue expresses aromatase, the enzyme that converts testosterone to estradiol. More body fat means more aromatase activity means more testosterone converted to estrogen, continuously, regardless of what you do in the gym. Obesity reviews documented it directly. Men with high body fat carry estradiol levels comparable to menopausal women. The testosterone is there. It is being actively converted away before it reaches the muscle cell. And the problem compounds. Insulin resistance, which accompanies this body composition, disrupts pituitary LH signaling and reduces testosterone production at the source. Aromatase converts what is produced. Insulin resistance reduces production. Both systems working against the same hormone simultaneously. Here is the critical detail most men never learn. A standard testosterone blood test can look completely normal, while free testosterone, the only fraction that actually reaches the receptor, is critically reduced. Total testosterone, normal. Estradiol, elevated. Free testosterone, depleted. The blood test looks fine. The hormonal environment is not. The fix is direct. Body fat reduction is the primary intervention. Every percentage point of fat lost measurably reduces aromatase activity. The fat is not cosmetic. It is an active hormone-converting organ. Category 5, the suppressed system. At severe obesity, the body stops just converting testosterone. It suppresses its own production through a feedback loop that closes completely on itself. Aromatase converts testosterone to estradiol. Elevated estradiol signals the hypothalamus to reduce GnRH. Less GnRH means less LH. Less LH means less testicular testosterone, which generates less aromatase conversion. But the estradiol already present continues suppressing the hypothalamus. The loop is closed. The system silences itself. This is secondary hypogonadism. The testes are functional. The suppression is coming from the feedback signal driven by excess estradiol. Research documents measurable testosterone recovery within 12 weeks of sustained caloric deficit. The system is not broken. It is responding to the environment it is in. 5 categories. 5 completely different hormonal realities. And here is what reframes all of them. Your body type was not assigned as a permanent sentence. It was your hormonal starting point. And every category has a documented biological intervention point. The cortisol frame responds to HPA regulation. The androgen optimizer responds to body composition maintenance. The sweet spot responds to avoiding fat accumulation. The aromatase machine responds to fat reduction. The suppressed system shows measurable recovery with the same intervention. What nobody told you is that your body type was never the problem. It was the diagnostic. Your shape has been showing you which hormonal system needed attention your entire life, in a language that nobody translated for you until now. You were not randomly assigned a frame. You were assigned a starting point. And starting points can be changed when you finally understand the hormonal biology of the body you are living in. If this changed how you read your own biology, share it with a man whose body has been sending him the same message. Subscribe to Cosmics. See what your eyes can't.